I think there is some confusion in what is covered with a homeowner's policy in relation to flood insurance. I'm Joy Doyle, one of the co-founders of CoverGirl Properties, and today I'm here with Chris with Brightway Insurance. And because we live in Florida and we have storms and things like that, would you kind of differentiate what those are?
Absolutely.
And what that would cost someone if they added a flood insurance policy to their home?
Of course. So flood insurance, let's just kind of quickly define it a little bit. It's going to be natural rising water. So if water's coming up your driveway into a home, that's a flood. But if you have a pipe burst that's inside the house, that's not a flood. But specifically talking about flood insurance, we're surrounded by water. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. Flooding will occur. Now FEMA maps out certain flood zones to say high risk or low risk. I can tell you statistically speaking, in the low risk flood zones, 1 out of 4 floods occur there. So flooding happens everywhere. Mm-hmm. That's what keeps me up at night is when there's a storm, does someone have flood insurance and do they understand the risks that they are taking? 3 inches of water inside of a house is on average $50,000. Mm-hmm. All your floorboards, the drywall, your furniture. So for $500, for $50,000 payout, it's absolutely worth it. And then, like I said, the rates have kind of changed a little bit in the last year. So it's just one thing to talk with an agent to ask them specific, for this property, what would the rate be?
Okay, so here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a homeowner's insurance policy
mm-hmm.
and you don't have a flood insurance
mm-hmm.
policy, and Hurricane Joy comes through as a Cat 3.
She sounds horrible.
Right? Are you covered?
No, unless you have the flood policy. So a hurricane, all that is a windstorm. So your roof is covered if that blows off, but if there's a storm surge and water is coming up your driveway into the home, that is a flood, and you have to have that flood policy. We've had a couple of storms in the last 5 or 6 years that came through Jacksonville, and there were several clients who had water in their house and didn't have the flood policy. So having that flood policy is very important, but a hurricane, that's just wind. That's all that is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. A named storm means?
Is wind. That's it. It's just wind. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with water. So
anyway, and there's no Hurricane Joy yet.
The most important thing that I always want to tell people is, understand your risk. If you're okay with your risk to say, I will take on this, and if it floods, I'll take care of that cost, perfect. That's fine. That's great. But a lot of people misunderstand thinking that it is included, and they find out the hard way when it's not.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
And all your expertise. And if you have any questions on insurance, you can check out his website or also contact us at CoverGirl Properties, and we'll be happy to connect you.